Hi friends, hope you are doing well. I am Dr. Ganguly. Welcome to my channel. So today I am going to discuss something which is very important and interesting, which will reveal a lot about the education system, particularly in the US, and this is the concept known as legacy admissions. Now, generally you think when somebody is studying in a university such as Harvard, these people are very intelligent, they are the cream of the crop, they are the brightest of the bright, the best of the best, and so on. And you probably think that they are the most meritorious students, not only in the country but from throughout the world. Now, unfortunately, this is not always true because there is something known as legacy admissions which have been going on in many of the top Ivy League universities in the US. So let us look at what is legacy admission, what is this practice, and what should be done about it. So legacy admission essentially means that certain students get a preference in their admission to the university based on who they are and where they come from. So for example, the number one situation could be that these are children of those who have attended the university. For example, if your parents went to Harvard University, they are alumni of Harvard University, then you have a good chance of getting in through the legacy admission route. Secondly, if you are children of the faculty and staff, and this is also something which many people use, if you are the son and daughter of a faculty or staff at the university, you can get admission into that university. So this again is something which is happening. And the number three is that you are some way affiliated with some of the donors to the university. So do remember that most of these large universities have a lot of trust funds, they have a lot of money, and essentially what happens is that people give millions and tens of millions of dollars to these universities, and in return for this donation they can get favorable admission to their children to the university. So while there has been a lot of consternation in various circles about the so-called affirmative action which is practiced by universities, where they essentially give some preference to the minority groups who have been underrepresented in the university system. For example, in the United States, it is the blacks and the Hispanics who get some degree of preference, or used to get some degree of preference, before the Supreme Court mentioned that this is not a proper thing to do. Now, what about legacy admissions? As you can see that many of the students who are studying in some of these top universities are benefiting from legacy admission. These are people who are children of very rich people, of people who are very well connected, and therefore we can say that the elite people are getting into these universities without going through the rigorous processes which many normal applicants have to go through. Now, for example, legacy students range from 4% to 23% in a class. So you can almost imagine that up to a quarter of the class can be legacy students in some of these universities. And in some universities such as Notre Dame, Cornell, Dartmouth, and University of Southern California, the number of legacy students can be more than the number of black students in the class. So again, we see that this practice is very disturbing if you are somebody who believes in a pure meritocratic system, and in case you are somebody who also believes in some degree of social engineering should be present in society to help some of the people who were disadvantaged in the past, then this kind of legacy admission comes across as a very negative fact. So in case you are somebody who is applying to any of these universities in the Ivy League, keep it in mind that the legacy admission system is going on. Sometimes you see the son and daughters of very rich people studying in these universities, and do remember that this is not just because of their merit. It could be that their parents have given large donations to the university, or it could be that their parents graduated from these university, or it could be for any of these type of reasons, and therefore do not consider these universities to be completely meritocratic. Now, the present government is trying to bring down this concept of legacy admissions, because if we are not allowing admission to people who were historically discriminated against, then why should we allow admission to people who have historically benefited enormously in many cases from the same discrimination? So this was my take on legacy admission, and you can mention in the comments what are your views in the topic. How do you feel about legacy admissions, and what do you think we can do to end this negative practice which is going on in the academic world? So I'll end this video here, and I will see you in a video sometime soon. See you then.